All right, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. Sorry I'm fighting a cold, but just move on. These are some of his earlier students with Dave D. Williams. This guy, Rich Trum, has got a good testimony here. And Dave at this time must have been using Google Plus. He now uses Skype for various reasons, but he's evolved and learned in his business too.
There was no jumpstart training. Yeah.
How close is the jumpstart training to what I was teaching you by hand, manually?
Well, it was more in depth. I mean, because of the fact you were doing it by hand, and we spent literally hundreds of hours on Skype together. And as a matter of fact, I actually recorded all of that. I've got.
Let's move on this because he's progressed. He's on Skype.
I got to figure out how to make some money. And so I went online at that point. I didn't have a Twitter account. I didn't know what LinkedIn was. I only had a Facebook account, and I had about 75 people, 75 friends on Facebook when I met Dave. And today it's well over 1,000 in Facebook. Dave spent a lot of time with me, teaching me to brand myself. And one of the first things that he did with me, because I didn't have really any social media presence, is he took me and said, look, you need to build each community up. So we started with Facebook and started building Facebook. Put together a fan page, started, and really the fan page wasn't a big deal in the beginning, but I started Twitter from scratch sometime, I think, in March of this year. I know that followers aren't a real big, a real important indicator of how well you're doing in Twitter, because the hashtags takes care of a lot of that, but I'm a little over 1,600 followers now in about 6 months. LinkedIn's probably pushing about 300 now, which I started from scratch back in March. And right now, every week, I do keep track of this. I'm a numbers kind of person. I'm getting anywhere from 20 to 50 new connections, friend likes, follows, what have you, from combined with all my social communities every week. And that's from me reaching out to really zero. I mean, that's people that come to me every single week, striking up conversations with me, sending me emails, phone calls. By the way, make sure you get a Google phone. Don't put your cell phone out there, because my Google phone now is every day I get calls from people that are just inquiring about what we're doing. And really the cool thing about it is that we're all over the world now. I mean, it's Nepal. I've got a student in Nepal now, Australia, Romania, Nova Scotia, Canada, the U.S. It's funny, I live here in Louisiana. I don't have any students in Louisiana yet, but that's a good thing. Really, that's a good thing, because I got creamed by a network marketing business that I was in back in 2005. I started in 2003, and Katrina, I guess y'all know about Hurricane Katrina, but when it hit, it really devastated me and my business. I was a full-time network marketer, and my business went to zero overnight. That was the first time that I really went to zero. Second time was back last year. I was in a business deal. I'm not going to go into details, but I had a pretty nice chunk of change in the bank and went to zero overnight from another business deal. So that got me involved with a network marketing company. And today that network marketing, I mean, I have a decent downline in that company, but I was looking for a way to generate leads, and I didn't have anybody to talk to. I was in the NFL club. Y'all know what that is, right? It's the no funds left and the no friends left. Yeah. I mean, I would go to talk to people about my biz op, and they would do the, get away. They don't want to hear it anymore. So it's a big difference to have people actually coming to you for a change and asking you about what you're doing, about your business.
Okay, we're going to end that here. That's close enough. Let me go to the example. I mean, you have to be introduced to this guy, Dave D. Williams. Have to be qualified by him or one of his teaching people. But Dave was sick the night that we set things up, and his students spent 3 hours with me to get me qualified and to get me going and to show me that they can actually get people to look at things that are online. And I'm going to show you an example of that. This is with, let me move this over here so you can get a better shot of this. This is Twitter, of course, and we're going to show you some things here. this is really tricky. They showed me how to create an account here, Coach Roger Martin, and this links to Dave's site. They also showed me about the pound the hashtags, MLM, pound MCA. These are different groups that this all went to, pound Vima, pound Herbalife. And as we go down here even further, pound Melaleuca. These went to these groups, and this same site went there. I got 524 contacts, new hits. I looked at this. This was it. This was around 11:30 to midnight. No one was up unless it was on the maybe Pacific coast. But there was one guy that stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning to help me get through this with guys and support. And these gals spent about 3 hours to help me get through all this and learn this, set this whole thing up. And it shows you that these people are committed to what they're doing. And not only are they committed to what they're doing, but Dave came back and talked to me about, well, what did we go through? What'd you show them? What'd you do with him? And these gals had to report to what they were doing. And they told him what they were doing and what they didn't do and so forth. So he was up to speed where I was and what I accomplished that night. And because he was sick, and the next day he asked him, "What did you guys do with Roger?" So this shows you that he's real into real team building, real coaching, real leadership skills, and real follow up. Not just screwing around with stuff, really working with people and getting into the details. Now, if this isn't enough to get you interested, you're not interested in qualifying and getting with him, showing how you can get some real traffic uh, in less than an hour, then you need to go somewhere else. But I've looked for real coaches doing this type of stuff for over 18 years, and no one has really done it. And Dave has. So I think this is going to be a great turnaround year, and I hope you'll follow me and look at Dave D. Williams' program. This is Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Good day.